Well, it's day 4 again. We have cookies and tea for breakfast. Welcome to Bikepacking, Oregon. Look at this hot mess. I slept under that tree last night. I like sleeping under trees on hard ground because my mat doesn't hold any air. All the good things.
Some 20% climbing for breakfast? Nobody? Yep, not this guy. Unfortunately, that's what we're looking at. A whole bunch of frickin' red. Average grade 8% for a mile and a half for 630 feet of climbing to start this glorious, easy day 4 again. It hurts. It hurts. I got nothing, y'all. I gotta climb this frickin' hill. This canyon. Climbing out of a canyon. You know, if you go into a canyon, that only can mean one thing. You gotta get out of the stupid frickin' thing. Don't go into the canyon. Don't go. Why are you in slow motion?
People don't like slow mo. Trying to cup it up. Is it flat or what are we doing?
Hang out with your straps out, boys and girls.
Like, do I need to stop and fix it?
Oh, no, you're good.
Okay.
Old saddle straps. It only took him 200, 300 feet of elevation gain to realize he's hanging out with his straps out. First climb of the day is done. Check. Want to know how many feet it was? 666. Yeah, that's right. That climb was 666 to start the day. My legs say yes, yes it was. 3 miles in, 814 feet climbed. 4,000 more today. Yeah. Get on the dirt! We found the dirt! Starting the big climb. Koros, however, broke it up into multiple sections. But it's supposed to be about 12 miles and I think 2,500 feet of climbing. Section number 1 says average grade 5%, 1,027 feet to climb in 3.8 miles. It is exposed. But we're gonna keep our fingers crossed it stays like this. Other than the big divotty dips, it's not technical, which I am okay with. How's that for a view?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I got no words, y'all. That was one hell of an effort up a mountain. Pretty sure the climbing's not done, but at least we got a reward halfway. It is an out and back, however, so we get to climb out from wherever this is, and then get back to climbing. Because that's normal. I see water down there.
Water.
I hope we're going to that water. Although it might be cold. Climb. This is probably one of the most epic days. Like, we pushed really hard on the climbing for 3,000 something feet, and then got to the lookout, insane views, and then next thing you know, we're on this just crazy flowy single track. Got a little sandy in some spots, and just like super punchy rollers just flowing left and right. Phenomenal single track. Absolutely wild. 34 miles in with 4,000 feet of climbing. That's going to take a hit on the already fatigued legs, but that's tomorrow's problems. Made it before noon. Well, 1. Made it before 1. That was one hell of a day. Curly fries. Yep, he broke. "48 miles, 5 hours, 5,043 feet climbed." Look at this campsite though. On the water.
On the water.
On the water. How you feel about those climbs?
Smashed him. That was epic and hard work. That was like full send. I'm pretty sure that we were holding like, you know, what felt like 300 watts, but it probably averages out to like still 200 watts for like 3 hours straight, which is not easy.
Not when your bikes are loaded to freaking high hell with crap.
Day 4.
On day 4 with fatigued legs. Yeah, that was some different riding today, that's for sure. It was nice to have like just normal climbs, I guess you would call. Like it was just steady, non-stop. Wasn't like technical like the last couple days. So that was nice. The really cool part was definitely the single track once we got to the top. Just beautiful, flowy single track. Sand kind of threw you off a little bit, but otherwise, absolutely incredible. Another amazing day. This route is pretty freaking wild. I mean, we took a couple miles off from yesterday of today's route and still ended up with 5,000 feet. So, I mean, starting the day off with 666 feet of climbing, it kind of shows you what you're in store for. Pretty freaking awesome. Now we're at this gorgeous lake on day 4. Just had some burgers. Now we're gonna spend the rest of the day splashing in the water because it's only 1:43. We made it to camp before 3 o'clock. How about them apples? I'm tired, Pa. I'm tired. My legs hurt.
This is how Nick makes his way to the dock. Nick's done with the hills, so he's gonna walk along the water. Steven has just said with his "Hey dudes, fuck it, they're now water shoes," because I'm tired of tiptoeing on rocks, and Nick's got his cool boat sandals, so, you know, that's how we do things. We learn and we adapt. Okay.
See? Not all my dumb ideas are bad.
Not all of them.
Alright, end of the day. We enjoyed some water. Got some food at the little dock restaurant, which wasn't bad, but I don't think it was what either one of us were craving. We are on our 3rd campsite. First one ended up being booked. Second one, we were told we could stay, that they did not show up, so now it was available. And well, after dinner we came back and there was people in our site. So now we're in this other site, kind of off to the side, in hopes of nobody showing up. But I've never showed you guys, I don't think, any of the sites where we stayed, so here you go. Nice view of the lake. But yeah, this is like the campsite, and we're over here in the corner hoping to stay. It's not like we didn't pay. We paid, so hey. Just another easy day. 5,000 feet of pedal smashing up mountains. Me and this guy did some serious digging, climbing mountains today. I think we both unlocked some stuff. I will tell you, the flowy single track was probably my highlight, which is really weird because I think I finally got into the rhythm of a 60-pound bike and being able to throw it around. And it was not like being on a bike, it was more like being on single track on a moto. Like just the way that it's weighted down and like how much more you got to throw your body on the side and just having a heavier rig. But it was super fun. I really enjoyed it. I felt like we're kind of like in tuned with the bikes now, you know, not fighting them. I will say, super glad I don't have, you know, saddlebags on there, because having it streamlined, I think just this whole trip made a huge difference. There definitely would have been some sections where we would not have been able to get through had I had a pannier on the side or something, or fork bags or whatever. But yeah, sick flowy single track, which eventually landed on the Mars dust, which was absolutely terrible. Seems like that's like the theme, is like, oh yeah, you know, at the end of the day, it's just gonna be the most heinous freaking road there is ever to try and get through. Luckily, it ended up going downhill, which was not an easy downhill, but we made it through. It's hard to process every day because like each day is so monumentally like huge, and like each day has had its own like giant challenge that we had to ride through. So then like trying to process it all is like damn near impossible. But the single track, that was super fun. I really enjoyed that. And we got to hang out on the party deck when you're not supposed to be on the party deck, because the little person at the tower wasn't paying attention, didn't have their sign up. So hey, works for me. Any final thoughts from you, sir? You look like you're you're on a good one over here.
Yeah, I got lots of thoughts. I would have to say the most epic point of the day, as you so eloquently put it, the party deck. That view was breathtaking. Like, absolute loss for words. 8 different peaks of Oregon, one view, and the fact that you're just like cantilevered off the side of the hill on the top of the mountain was incredible. Favorite riding part of the day, I could probably second the flowy single track. However, the 4 climbs, that was really 1 climb, but they decided to break it up into 4 on Ride GPS. I don't know why. That one monstrous climb, just the fact that I guess I decided to set a hot pace up the first one, and so Nick decided to just, without words, say, okay, we're gonna hold this pace through all of them, and we're gonna find out where your limit is. The problem with that is that when you challenge someone like me to find out where my limit is, I'm doing the same challenge right back to you. Hence, Nick and I absolutely destroyed the climbs, and tomorrow we'll probably figure out that we destroyed our legs. However, the fact that it was, I don't know, 2 hours, 2.5 hours, between 200 and 280 watts constant, epic.
Yeah, insane day. So that is to wrap up day 4. We are just outside of Sisters. We're actually gonna ride around the lake tomorrow morning, hit Sisters, which is more dirt and climbing, of course, get a coffee, and then do some more climbing and whatever nonsense Parker decided to throw in because we changed the route a bit. Yeah, so one more day to send it and see what we got. We're gonna wrap this thing up with right on point of 5 days and 300 miles. A little bit more than the actual Ring of Fire route. Almost the same elevation gain, so pretty sick. Enjoying my tea in the lovely water. I hear Walter.
Here, Walter.
I see it. And gonna call it a day. Do it one more time tomorrow if our legs let us.